All right, now we live. All right. Welcome to CFI After Dark. Pet Man Matt Mara here with the producer and Big Eye Shelby, who's still at Independence. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them on solo and let them say a few words just for their big win tonight over the Butler Bulldogs. All right, Big Eye. You
Hey,
on
we
stage.
here, man. Hey, tell them puppy dogs, man. Hey, shoulder pads to the left, helmets to the right. Hey, we here, man. Hey, look, ain't nobody pick us to do this. Nobody picked us to do this. They calling us a Cinderella. Yeah, look at that. We here. We here, baby. We here. We here. We here. We here. We here. Hey, man, we was prepared for all that, man. That fake punt is a terrible idea, man. Come on, man. We was ready, man. Shout out to our special teams coordinator, Coach Barnes, man. Shout out to the kids, man. It's a great program win, man. A great program win. A true testament to our standard. A true testament to the Independence High School standard, man. We back. The Big Eyes back, man. Appreciate all the love and support, baby. But we here. We're going to enjoy this one, though, Pep. Much respect to that coaching staff at Butler, though. Much respect. We're going to keep it fair game. Much respect. But we're going to enjoy this one, though. Don't disrespect the eye, baby. Don't disrespect. We've been getting the disrespect all week. Nobody thinks we can contend for a championship. Nobody think we got the guys to contend for a championship. They don't think we got the coaching staff to do it, but we doing it. Survive in advance. Hey, another 48 minutes with this group of men, man. We can't be more proud of this group, man. We're going to enjoy this one, though, Pep. We're going to enjoy it.
You got anything else you want to say?
Hey, it's going to be a bad 365 for them boys down there in Matthews. Come watch us play next week.
All right. Well, there you go.
But I want to appreciate, I do want to give a shout out to my guy, Brandon, man, the producer. He was out there with us watching on both sides of the field, man, doing what he do. But big shout out to our fans, though, man. We packed that out. We showed up and showed out, man. Great team win. Great team win. Man, I really don't know what else to say, man, but it's the boys from the eye. The boys from the eye.
Yeah, you got it done, man. I do want to ask you one question, though.
Okay.
So coming out of halftime, Butler scored to make it 10-7. What did you guys say to your defense to get them refocused and hold on for the victory?
We told the boys, man, we just told them, hey, have a fighter's mentality. Fighter's mentality basically means you may get knocked down, you may get hit a couple times, but you guys stand back up, toe to toe, and be ready to go, man. Play the next play. We've been in positions all year long, man. Y'all been following us. We've been in all type of moments. We've been in dog fights. We've had leads try to come from behind and win, maintain leads, this, that, and that. For this team, man, we've been battle tested all year, man. You name it. It's the adversity in the beginning of the year. We was ranked high in a lot of polls. We lost early to Mallet Creek, lost to West Charlotte. People dropped us. They forgot about it. We just kept telling our guys, fighter's mentality. Fighter's mentality. You're going to get hit. Butler's a good football team. You're going to get hit. Some stuff going to happen. How you going to respond to adversity? We had an adversity-filled week. No school, not being able to get outside sometimes because of the rain.
Yep.
Facing adversity, this team is, man, we're battle-tested, man. Battle-tested, never taking no day for granted. This coaching staff, man, we do an amazing job from offense to defense to special team to the support staff, everybody, athletic trainer, the administration. Man, this is a great win, man. It's a great win. A lot of people read us off. After we lost the first time to Butler, man, we seen all the disrespect. We seen all the hate. We seen it. We just challenged our boys. We told them. We walked off that field 4 weeks ago and told that Butler staff we would see y'all again. We meant that. That been in the back of our minds every week. But, yeah, fighter's mentality, Pep. You know how it go in a fight, man.
Yeah.
David versus Goliath for all my biblical people out there. Nobody picked us to win this game. I think only two people we know, No Limit Larry and I think Glenn Robinson that does well on the Charlotte Observer, they picked us to win. Nobody in the state picked us to win. Coaches calling us Cinderella, fairy tale, all type of things like that. Even Jamal, even Friday Night Fowler picked against us. We seen it.
I knew that was coming.
We seen it, but hey, man, look, man, I can't lie, Pep, man. I love this team. We love this community. This is a great program win, man. Coach McFadden told the boys in his 3 year in his manual he had when he took over the job. He's year 3. He said by year 3 we will be contending for a state championship. That's a true testament to his standard, his belief. Man, the kids love him. The staff love him, man. It's a great group of guys what we got going on right now, man. We're going to enjoy this one tonight. 24-hour rule, man. Got a big game against Weddington next week, and we're going to take care of all that tomorrow. But, hey, man, but look, I appreciate y'all guys. Love y'all guys. Love all the fans and support. But, yeah, man, fighters mentality.
There you go. Hey, we got the producer and we got Coach Dub here with us tonight. Y'all got anything for Webb before he goes celebrate?
Congrats, sir. Congrats, man. Have a drink. Be ready to work.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy this one, though, fellas, man. Hey, I don't think Independence been in the 5th round since 2007.
Wow.
2007, man. Practicing on Thanksgiving. Man, it's been one hell of a week, man. I can't be more proud of this group, this staff, this administration that's behind us, athletic director, Coach Ashley, teacher support, student support. Shout out to our men's and women's basketball team. They played tonight, then drove over to come watch us play, man. It's just a true testament of our school, how much everybody loves and cares for each other, supports each other. Our girls basketball team had a big win over Mallard Creek. Our boys basketball team lost and still came out and cheered us on, man. So that's great, man. Shout out to that guy. They just let you know what type of school we have over at Independence, man. We love each other. We care about each other. And we all we got. We all we need.
There you go.
Hey, cuz, congratulations, bro. Congratulations. That's
appreciate it, man. And I do want to give a shout. I know Coach McFadden gets a lot of credit for everything that we do being the head coach. I want to give a special shout out to Coach DJ Rankin, our defensive coordinator. Yeah. Butler was averaging 40 points throughout the whole playoffs. I don't think no team has held them to 7 points throughout the whole year. We held them to 7 on their home field. On their home field, man, in an adversity situation. We played great, man. Just a true testament of Coach Rankin's leadership and dedication. Countless hours of being up all night. We watching film, man. The guys locked in. So, yeah, I just want to highlight Coach Rankin for our tremendous defensive plan, man. So yeah.
All right. Go ahead and celebrate, man. And your boy Shelby, big win over Forest Hill.
Shout out to my guys. Same thing with Shelby, man. I was at practice Thursday night, man. I love those guys. Love Coach Will Banks and that staff. Same thing with them, man. We got the same record. People counted us out. People counted Shelby out early in the year. They dropped a couple losses. They wanted to, even me as an alumni, former coach, former player, I can say I was very critical on the guys at first. But our Shelby boys, man, it's different football in the playoffs, man. True testament to community involvement, coaching staff, administration, and support staff over at Shelby. Congratulations to those guys, man. Shelby, I love y'all, boy. We got a big one next week for Shelby, playing Reedsville. A lot of talk, a lot of stuff got to be said. I say it first. We own Reedsville. I'm not worried about my Shelby boys going to take care of business, but we're going to enjoy this one tonight, man. I love y'all. Love CFI. Love the family. Love the support. I see y'all Wednesday on the show, man.
All right. Go have fun, man. Congratulations once again, man.
Appreciate y'all, guys. Love y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Great.
All right. So if you just joining, that was our guy, Adam Weber, Big Eye Shelby, linebacker coach for the Independence Patriots after their big win, 10-7 over Butler, old school football, getting it done in the state quarterfinals tonight. All right. We got a lot of comments to address. So let me address those before I turn it over to you guys. So first of all, Slick DeVille says, shout out to Big Eye Shelby. We'll pass that on to him. Jerron says, win with humility. Well, it's still high school football, man. I think you got to enjoy those moments, man, especially beating your rival in the state quarterfinals. You gotta savor it a little bit, especially when they beat you to win the conference.
I mean, personally, I don't think he said anything. There was no disrespect for that I heard. So
I don't
just
think
in my
so.
opinion.
Yeah, I mean the winner go to spoils. D Sosa says Weddington's gonna slap Big Eye. Well, we got plenty of time to talk about that on next week's show. Let's see. Slick DeVille also with an update on the east side of things. Cardinal Gibbons versus Hoggard. Yeah, I saw Gibbons beat Roseville. That shocked me. That absolutely shocked me. That Roseville team is loaded, and they've been really beating people with a great offensive execution, but Gibbons beat them 28-21. So that's really surprising. It was really surprising. Anya Campbell says we got out coach. Adjustments were not made. It boiled down to who wanted it more. I know, producer, you had some good insights on that, talking about the Independence defense and those fourth down stops.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was watching it on the stream, we'll get into that in a second. Let me finish these comments here.
And Pat, can I add something to that real quick?
Go
I
ahead.
love when fans say coach has been out coached, but they don't understand. Like, we don't go into games trying to get out coached. What happens is it's hard to beat a good team twice, and that's what we said it before in the show.
Mm-hmm.
We said it last week on Wednesday. Me and Kenny spoke in depth about it. It's tough to beat a team twice, and those are two good, well-coached teams that kids played with pride. It's a good rivalry that was renewed. So I wouldn't go as far as saying anyone got out coached. I watched it. It just looked like a lot of stuff that Butler was trying to do. Independents had made their adjustments to it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk about that more in a second. I see you, Billups. No, I'm not bringing you on, Billups. No, this is too short of a show. We don't have enough time. All right. Anyway, Emily Taylor says, "Let's go, Indy." Defense was on it. Jaden Jones did his thing too. Yep. I saw he was running the ball strong off of that outside zone, and then his vision is so great, and the vision combination with his agility and cutting ability is really top notch, man. It's really, really very impressive, man. Let's see. Kim's here as usual. You got to be one of the top 5 fans of CFI programming. Appreciate you watching as always. Let's see here. Our guy Travis Rogers, Robbinsville, checking in. It says 3 teams with the most state titles still in it. So who is that? That's got to be what? Shelby,
Reidsville, and
Robbinsville. He would have brought it up if they wasn't in the conversation.
That's true.
Those must be the 3 then.
It makes sense. Yeah. He can tell him to chime in and confirm. Shelby, Robbinsville, Reidsville.
Let confirm it, Travis. Let's see if those are the 3. Armani Bird says, life lesson for all high school football coaches in South Carolina: never ever bet on Tommy Knox. I think you mean don't bet against Tommy Knox.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I might bet on there.
So Dutch Fort was down by 9, 30-21. They scored a touchdown, made it 30-28. Then they get the ball back, kick a game-winning field goal. Won 31-30.
Even further to chime in on that, their season didn't start out too hot either.
2-5.
Yeah,
2-5.
He just turned it on. That's a championship pedigree, we'll call it.
That's that goatness.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Let's see here. Anya Kimmel has something to say. To you, Coach Dub, with all due respect, the defense, the defense was really soft. 10-7, man. I don't think anybody's defense was soft.
No.
I mean, that was old school, hard hitting football right there, man.
That was old chess match.
Yeah.
That was a chess match. That's what you saw. And from what I saw, and I watched it on the stream too, it was a lot of adjustments that you probably didn't see, that they was trying to do stuff that worked last game that they thought would work this game, and they try to go to other stuff. So coaching is a lot more complicated than what you guys see in the stands. At the end of the day, 2 teams played great. It was nothing for Butler to hang their head on. I know they wanted to win that ball game, but if you're gonna go out like that, them kids fought, man. Those coaches coached the butts off. That was a well coached game, a well game for the city. I know y'all on the other end and y'all lost or whatever the case may be, but don't be shameful about it. It's a good game.
Let me so I'll go ahead and give my sort of breakdown.
Go ahead.
Before I even get to the football, let me give a shout out to the fans of both teams for showing up. because we've been at some big games over the years where we get there and it's like, well, crowd's a little light for such a huge game. Not the case. Fans showed out, packed house. A lot of people were even standing, so it kind of reminded me what I would call old school Charlotte football, packed house. So glad both fans of both teams came out. But again, just to echo the sentiments, big shout out to the Patriots for a huge win. Their defense had numerous fourth down stops, and even more impressive by that because you're talking about a team that was putting up 40 plus a game. You guys have been following. I've been at the Butler game, so they were just clicking on all cylinders. So they put up points, but they held them to 7. One thing I wanted to add that might not be apparent in the numbers. Yes, I guess you could say the star was the Independence defense tonight, but they moved the ball tonight. Yeah, they only scored 10. They had a missed field goal. They had some drives stall out, but they can move the ball and they can score even though they only had 10 points. Don't be misconstrued by that 10 points and think, oh, they just had a horrible offensive night. No, they really didn't. They moved the ball. They just didn't punch it in that much, but they can move the ball. So don't be misconstrued by that. And Butler moved the ball too. They just, like I said, couldn't fit. Fourth down, they had got stopped on fourth down numerous times. But and then Jaden Jones, a lot of hard runs, plenty hard running from him. More than what the score might would indicate. So and that energy that you see with Webb too at the beginning of the show, that carries throughout the team on the sideline. There's a lot of energy. That's a culture there. And so I think it's the energy is just spreading over there. And so you got to give shout out to Coach McFadden. I don't think we just talked about Tom Knotts. I don't think it's any coincidence that, he played for Knotts, won championships, and he's been around that championship pedigree. So I don't think it's any coincidence that he's, immediately just made this team a contender. I don't think so. I think he learned from one of the best, if not the best in North Carolina history. And he just, he's using what he learned, and here it is. Here's the result. So, but big shout out to all those guys. It was despite, how we're, the 10 points and we're hanging on defense, the offense definitely, did their part as well, moving the ball. So just shout out to those guys. So looking forward to this next matchup.
Yeah, that's a great breakdown right there, man. And I like I told you before we came on, you've done a great job throughout the playoffs. I know I hadn't been there because I've been on the injured list.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Next man up. You might carry the clipboard. You carry the clipboard for a little bit, but it only takes.
Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah, I think we did.
Well, let me put him in the background. Anyway, we'll see if he comes back. But Coach Dub, what were your thoughts, man?
Man, I was telling one of the people that left the comment, I thought that, this was a well-fought game. Scoring 10 points or holding the team to 10 points typically equate to winning a ball game. But neither team had need to hold their head down or whatever the case may be. I felt like Butler was on a magical run. It stopped today. I know it's going to be a lot of hard feelings, but shout out to independent defense, man. They had a bunch of fourth down stops, and that's a lot. That's a lot to do against a high-powered team like Butler. I was surprised that Butler couldn't get their offense going the way they need. I know they were saying something about the defense being soft. That's what one commenter said, but really, I thought the game was lost by Butler offense because they just couldn't get anything clicking. Seeing a ton of different formations they were trying to throw at them. It just looked like they was out of sync offensively. Defensively, they was on point. They did what they needed to do to win the game, but offensively, I just felt like there was some stuff that was missing. I just felt like maybe going to the run a little bit more, shorter routes. I seen Independence was giving up some short stuff. But that's Monday morning quarterback. I'm not they were there was something going on offensively, rhythm, chemistry, whatever the case may be. But definitely the defense showed up both.
Yeah, that's good. So I think we got producer back. So overall, man, it was a great game. Once again, congrats to the Patriots, but it wasn't the only game tonight. We had some other great games going on. We're gonna talk about some of those, man. I mean, you look at some of those scores right there. It's a lot to discuss. And we're gonna try to do it in a brief amount of time here.
Hey Pat, let me I just wanted to
yeah.
add something real quick that I didn't say earlier. Internet got
Okay.
messed up. I know they not trying to hear it right now because it's the results, the game is still fresh in their mind, but I do want to give a shout out to Butler on a great season. They might not be winning a championship this year, but they are a championship caliber team. And I know that from seeing numerous, I think 4 games I've been at this year. They are a championship caliber team. Zach Lawrence is a great quarterback. He's a great leader. So this chapter for them, might not end in the championship, but, it's not the end of his story. And Butler's, they've been a contender forever. When's the last time Butler's been, a 2-win team or 3-win team? I don't know if they've ever been a bad team, not that I can think of. So hats off to them, man. They're a great team. Just wasn't their night. The night went to the Patriots, but they got a lot to carry it with them into the next season. So great effort overall on the season from them, man.
Absolutely. That's for sure. And we'll talk more about this next week when we kind of do a recap. But real quick on some of these other games, Shelby over Forest Hills 37-30. Forest Hills came to play. That game was close, pretty much the whole way through. And Shelby was able to get a 2-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter and then hold on for that win. You guys got any thoughts about that?
Not a surprise. Shelby just turned it on in the playoffs, man. Slow start to the season, but it's like they just activate a whole different mentality when they get to the playoffs. We've seen it historically before. People love them, people hate them, but it is what it is. Like they come to play when in November, December.
Coach Doug, you gonna say something?
Yeah, first half, I think Forest Hills was up 9-0 or something like that. But when I seen that score, I said, okay, this is gonna be a ball game. Because I know a lot of people was picking Shelby to win big, but you just two teams with a good amount of effort. At the end of the day, like Deuce said, Shelby just turned it on, man. Shelby's being Shelby. Right? This is what most of the championship seasons look like, is them having slow starts and coming in and dominating. So Shelby is a very scary team.
Yep.
A good chance of winning the state championship this year.
Yeah, they go to Reedsville next week, and we'll talk about it next week. And then we talked about Independence, of course, but the team they're going to play is Weddington. Weddington, the number 1 seed in the bracket, knocks off Grimsley, gets revenge for their loss up at Grimsley last season, 44-27. And Weddington getting it done with the run. They had a few different guys score touchdowns on the ground, and their defense did enough to slow down Grimsley and get the victory. I saw a couple of highlights. I saw Thomas Davis Jr. with a huge hit. Nate Wimberly from WBTV shared that highlight. That was impressive. Weddington has a lot of, kind of sophomore, junior guys on that defense who have quietly picked up offers. And I think a lot of those guys stepped up and played very well tonight against a very athletic and fast Grimsley offense. And of course, we're going to break down that Weddington Independence matchup next week on the show. But Weddington quietly, after people criticize them for having the number 1 seed with 2 losses, they have done a great job winning at home and have earned their spot in the state semifinals. Well-coached football team. And then another well-coached football team, Hickory, in 3A, beating West Henderson, who was undefeated coming into the game, 28-16. And that's going to set up a big 3A semifinal on the 3A West side because Dudley defeated Crest 46-34 in a shootout. And it's going to be Dudley at Hickory. That's going to be a dang on shootout, man. What you guys' thoughts about those games and that matchup?
I think that it might actually come down to defense. I know everyone's expecting a high scoring game with both teams, but just culture, I think that both teams are going to do enough to stop what each other do well. It's going to come down to defense. Who could stop the other team? Coach Glass is doing a great job with Hickory and just rejuvenating that whole program and that whole community. Because that's a community, right? Hickory is a prideful community, and he got them clicking. And they're really dangerous. But also Dudley, just what we knew Dudley would be is fast. They score quick, and that's a deadly combination because that means you're never out of these balls. So by them being able to score play, Dudley has a unique and just a luxury of having a big size on the line and then also speed. So that's a deadly combination. That's a state championship combination, like I said in our message. So I'm actually expecting a lower scoring game with a lot of good defense.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Reedsville, we mentioned that's Shelby's opponent next week. They knocked off Bunker Hill, who had a great season, 41-26, and then Robbinsville, of course, get it done big over North Rowan, 44-14. They're gonna face Mount Airy. That's gonna be a heck of a football game next week for the 1A West final.
Well, remember, this goes back to what I told followers. I want to spotlight Robbinsville. Our guy Travis, he's a loyal watcher. So I want to kind of highlight them a little bit. Obviously, we got eliminated by them, but that's a football town. And the one advantage that Robbinsville has is that number one seed. They have the number one seed over my here. That's highly debated at the beginning because Robbinsville had lost the rating gap. There wasn't no shame in losing the rating gap, but that could come back and be bigger than what people know it to be. Is them having to try Mount Airy having to go to Robbinsville, and when I tell you, Pat, when you go into that stadium, I mean they got great fans. I mean it's a football town, and they'll make you. It wasn't nothing crazy. Like the fans didn't do anything unsportsmanlike. They was really great, but it's kind of intimidating going in there. And I think we came out and started warm up about 5:30. Everybody was there just looking at us. So, our kids like, oh wow. I said, yeah, we like football up here in Charlotte. They live and die for football down in the mountain. So I think that Mount Airy, they haven't been blowing teams out the last couple rounds, but they're gonna have to come and play against Robbinsville because it's gonna come down to who can impose their way of, their style of football. And Robbinsville know exactly who they are. They're not gonna change for you, and you have to beat them. And if they lower you into playing a style of football, it could be trouble from out here. And I know a lot of people pick them out here, like Fowler said, it's a two. It's Tarboro. If y'all know, the Tarboro almost lost today too. It was real close.
Yeah, it was close. It was East Bladen they were going against.
Yeah, Bladen. And they gave them a game, but any given Friday. So don't count out Robbinsville against Mount Airy. That's not a Cinderella story. Because Travis will tell you they got they got a lot of championships for a reason. So shout out to Robbinsville.
Absolutely. All right. There were a few more comments that came in, most of them from our friend Karen Belt. But the dude said that wet field hurt Butler with their big boys. How wet was the field, producer?
I mean, you could tell. It was kind of muddy in spots. Just you could tell that it rained earlier in the week, and it didn't drain all that great. Because when did it rain? Was that Tuesday? It was still wet in spots, so it wasn't too horrible as we've seen some, but you could tell it was damp.
Yeah. I mean, I was just looking at the Independence jerseys. I knew something was going on.
Yeah, it was muddy in places.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get all these in. Excuse me. Zoom Talk says, how about the eye? Well, Zoom, you came in late. The first about 20 minutes was dedicated to Butler Independence. So when this ends, you can go back and rewatch Big Eye Shelby come in and give us all of the emotional
That's one way to put it. Yep.
from the game. Let's see right here. So I'll give you this one. So she says, sorry, but all we've heard how great Butler, Weddington, and Providence Day are. Those are great teams, but Independence has grown and won 4 tough away games. Credit to DJ, his staff, and those Independence kids who never quit and played with a lot of heart. Absolutely.
I want to say to Independence, I went to Independence as well, and I went to Butler. But Independence, I want to say to my Independence family, just stay focused, stay locked in. Don't give, post game speeches or like celebration speeches. Y'all got a tough task against Weddington. Put your head down, keep working, enjoy this victory for the next 24 hours. But don't buy into that. Don't buy into the Cinderella. Y'all belong to be where y'all are at. Y'all got a hell of a coaching staff. Y'all got some great student athletes over there. Y'all got a great support. So don't worry about where people rank y'all at. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all lost a couple tough games, but that made y'all get battle tested and be able to pull off what y'all did tonight. But tonight's not the state championship. Put your head down, keep working. Enjoy it 24 hours, y'all. Enjoy yourself, but it's back to work tomorrow. Back to work. Lock in on Weddington. Weddington is a tough opponent. Lock in. Don't think it stopped at beating Butler. Lock in.
Yeah, and I mean, to that point, I mean, Weddington ended a long winning streak for Grimsley too. So I mean, Coach Andy Capone and his staff, they're a heck of a staff too, and they've got really talented, hardworking kids. And that's the one thing I've always respected about Weddington. You always see them well coached, always in the right place. I mean, when I really think about them, I put them in the same category as an old school Charlotte Catholic in terms of discipline and the way they're coached. They're gonna do what they're coached to do, along with really good talent. So it's gonna be a heck of a battle to see who goes to the state title game. But respect to the 704, man. I love everybody in North Carolina, but there was a lot of talk out of that Grimsley, area and the 336 area about how they've been dominating, and Weddington put a lot of demons to bed tonight. That's for sure. So, all right, it's 11:36. We got 18 people on. Anybody else got some comments? You got about 30 seconds to throw them on. Next week, Friday Night Fowler will be back on the show with his new state rankings, which will probably have a lot of changes after these games tonight. We'll talk about the big one between Independence and Weddington for sure. We'll do a review with the whole crew on these games. It'll be brief, won't be as long as it was this week, since we did do Friday Night Live. And then hopefully, producer will definitely be at Weddington next week. I hope to be there. And then we've got the showcase Saturday, so it'll be a quick turnaround. So there may not be Friday Night Live because we got to get up early Saturday morning to go to our showcase at Palisades High School, which is in Southwest Charlotte. All right, last comment. Nikisha is in Louisiana watching the show tonight. Well, travel safe, Nikisha. I don't know what you're doing down there, but
I'll eat some gumbo.
That's what I'm about to say. Get some of that good gumbo down there.
Some good gumbo and a good
and that cornbread.
Yep, some crawfish. Yep.
Did y'all see that? Have y'all seen that guy on Facebook?
Yep, that's my guy. Talking about that MF and cornbread.
Yeah.
I see that.
My wife showed me the video today. I was like, oh man, I think he's a new Justin Wilson myself. Y'all remember Justin Wilson? Y'all remember Justin Wilson?
Nah.
Oh, don't make me do this now. Now I got to do this. I know it ain't the Wednesday show, but y'all got to know who Justin Wilson is, man. He's the original.
People are up.
What's his name? Saucy Boy or Saucy Boy or something like that?
Saucy boy.
Man,
What
I
is
don't know
it?
what y'all talking about?
We're gonna put you on. I mean, he be cooking and he gotta have his cornbread.
No,
Yeah.
it ain't Saucy Boy. This is original 1980s Justin Wilson. All right, can y'all see that?
Oh boy.
Oh, y'all got to enjoy this.
You know what? He does look familiar now.
He looks like a Colonel Sanders.
I can tell you these dogs are very great dogs. They work as hog and cattle dogs. They are also good
All right,
watchdogs
he ain't
and
cooking
very
yet.
loyal.
Oh, he
And
gonna cook.
I do remember him. Was he on public act like PBS?
Yeah, it's on PBS.
I do
Man,
remember him now. Now that I
that's
see
a-
him.
Real pretty and white.
That's a
Now, let's
bootleg
see if I
Colonel
can find the
Sanders.
hot roll.
Come on.
Woo. Boy,
Look at that.
that's pretty, huh?
That pretty
That's a
meat right
chuck.
there.
A chuck roast is what that is. No, we got a pan down here. We got a bag on that. And we took the bag, and first of all, just
All
in
right.
case the bag broke itself,
Hey Pep, can you pull
we'll
our boy
split it
up?
in pan.
All right.
Yeah, pull our boy up. Hey, pull our boy up. We got a little bit of
That's
time.
Justin Wilson, original Louisiana cooking right there, man. And it was on PBS. That's right.
I thought so.
Public access
Once I saw
television.
it, I remember.
You know, we ain't always had cable, so you got to entertain yourself somehow.
That's very true.
Hey, what y'all know about the Reading
Yeah.
Rainbow?
Javante,
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we talked about that earlier. We about to end the show, Javante. So make sure you go back. You can see when we talked about that. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna end now because we're getting into a Wednesday mode. We don't do that on this show. All right, so everybody have a good weekend. We'll see y'all Wednesday night.